So, the Four Cups surround your entire reading, Taurus. You don't look very excited about this love offer that's trying to come in. You're looking at it as if it's this cup right here, and that's not glowing at all, right? So you're either giving it very careful consideration, or you really have your doubts, or you just don't want that cup at all. I need to keep reading. I need to find out why this Four of Cups is surrounding your entire reading. I have the Six of Pentacles here. This is in your highest energy. This is probably why you're not so excited about that offer. This is a card for breadcrumbing. You know, like you put in the work and then you get the breadcrumbs. They just like feed you enough to barely keep you in the relationship. I think you're very disappointed in some relationship in this reading, if this is your reading. I have the Strength card next to the Six of Pentacles, right above the Four Cups. This is the card for Leo. So Leo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But this tells me you are going to find the strength and the courage to do what it is you know you will need to do. So it seems to me you're coming to a decision point here about someone who has been breadcrumbing you. I have the Nine of Pentacles next to the Strength card. And the Nine of Pentacles, this is your energy. You know, you don't have to have somebody in your life breadcrumbing you. You're good on your own. You're self-confident. You probably have your own car, your own place to live, your own job. You do good as being a single person, okay? You don't have to accept that cup, and I think you know it. So this is one of those things. It's like you are a very strong and independent type person. And I think you're getting very tired of some breadcrumbing from somebody here. I have the Four of Pentacles under the Six of Pentacles and next to the Four of Cups. So yeah, I think you're feeling like you're tired of handing out your pentacles and only getting breadcrumbs in return. So you're thinking that you just want to hang on to all these pentacles, to the pentacles you got. And I think you want to move forward. You're very much on guard about this offer coming in. You're very much on guard about protecting who you are and what you want. This is Air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But all the kings and queens are very mature in their thinking, and all the cards are male or female. So you have your sword out, and you're like seeking truth and clarity. But, you know, this is a very strong energy. I think you are really coming to your wits' end, and you're really starting to block yourself from this breadcrumbing type energy. Under the Four of Swords is the Ace of Swords. Well, this truth and clarity, so you already pulled out your sword, and you're really paying attention now. I mean, really. And the more you learn, the more truth, the more clarity that comes to you, the more you open up the skies and allow the light to shine in. And that is what you need to do. And you know what you need to do. So this truth, this clarity is going to move you away from dark skies into the light, which is where you want to be. It's right next to the Justice card. Justice card is under the Four of Cups too. This is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But this is you getting your balance. You're getting your balance back. You have the sword here, and it's hanging straight down in front of you for self-protection. And you are becoming rebalanced. And I think you're figuring out, as I'm looking at this reading, that you need to find the strength and the courage, I think, to let this breadcrumbing go so that you can get back on track in your life. So you can become rebalanced. It really threw you off balance. I have the Ace of Pentacles next to the Justice card and under the King of Swords. I really think you want to protect your pentacles because it feels like you can see where this is going. You can feel where this is going, and you're just going to have to step up. It looks, if this is your reading, and take care of these issues and probably turn down that cup of love. That's what it's looking like. Let's see what the second half has. Maybe there's somebody else. Wow, just as I say that. Three of Wands. Maybe there's somebody else coming in. Let's see. And I don't see that they're a soulmate or anything so far. So once you learn a spiritual lesson, you're usually rewarded by the universe. And that looks like what might be happening here. Wow. Okay, so I have the Three of Wands next to the Nine of Pentacles. Your ship's still out there. That's the thing. This isn't your ship, and you're figuring this out. So I do think you're going to let somebody go that's been breadcrumbing you, and you're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings here, and there's ships out there, and you feel it, you know it, that your ship is still out there. This was not your ship. That Three of Wands is right next to the Judgment card. There's your guardian angels and spirit guides. You've been in the middle of a spiritual lesson. That's what's been going on. So you're waking up to it. You're figuring out what's going on. And like I said, when you learn a spiritual lesson, you're usually rewarded. And it looks like this lesson is how to recognize when you're being breadcrumbed, when somebody is not putting in an effort to a relationship, when you're the only one. And if you're feeling, pay attention to how you're feeling. Don't just ignore how you're feeling about something because they want to have a relationship with you. This is a two-way street, and I think this is part of your judgment. I have the Ten of Pentacles next to the Judgment card. This is what you deserve, and this is what you want. Right here, the Ten of Pentacles. I think it's coming in, too. Okay? This is security, stability, groundedness. This is commitment. You already have 9 pentacles. I think somebody's coming in with their own pentacles. I think whoever was breadcrumbing you just didn't have many pentacles. Matter of fact, it feels like they just didn't even really care to try to get more pentacles, you know. That's how it feels in this reading. I have the Sun under the Three of Wands and next to the King of Swords. This can be a card for Leo, but this is my favorite card. Beautiful energy. This is fresh starts, new beginnings with lots of love and lots of joy. This is what's on that ship that's coming in. Not only pentacles, love, joy, happiness, fresh start, new beginnings. The Devil is next to the Sun and under the Judgment card. Yeah, you had to recognize this other relationship or person who is breadcrumbing you for what they were doing. You had to do that. They were toxic to you. They had some other energy attached to them, whether it was a person or an addiction or whatever it might be. And that was really preventing them from providing more pentacles or more security to this relationship. So this is part of your judgment. You are recognizing others, the way they treat you in a relationship. Well, here's the King of Cups right next to the Devil and under the Ten of Pentacles. I think this is who's coming in, too. This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be strong in someone's chart. Very mature thinking, the King of Cups. Look at that big cup of love. Look at that. Was there any big cups of love except for this offer with the breadcrumbing? No, not before. Now we have the King of Cups. And I think this goes with that Ten of Pentacles. So this is like, you know, going from that toxic energy to a beautiful energy. They have a huge heart. They don't hand their cup of love out all over the place. They hold it close. If they decide to hand it to you, they mean it. So under the Sun, I have the Emperor, and the Emperor is next to the Ace of Pentacles, and I think this is your energy. This is actually Aries, so Aries could be strong in someone's chart around this reading, but the Emperor, this is holding true to yourself. This is really, making up your mind and being really firm about not settling for anything less than what you know will make you happy, period. You're very well liked and respected by others. You might be a leader in your profession, but it is about the Pentacles and you're holding out. And it is about the Sun, that fresh start, that new beginning. Your ship is coming in. It's because you've learned your spiritual lesson. You've really become strong. You've got the Strength card right up here as far as knowing what you want and holding out for it. I have the Knight of Pentacles next to the Emperor and under the Devil. So, This is the slowest moving energy in the whole deck. So it could, feel like it's taken a very long time for this this person, this beautiful person, to come in to your life, your ship. Okay, but they're coming in. They may have taken their time, but it's really worth the wait when they come in. They have a huge pentacle to offer. This is what you're waiting for. And I have the Seven of Wands next to the Knight of Pentacles and under the King of Cups. So there's going to be some action going on. Like when this person comes in, all your people who care about you, you're going to mention, oh, I just met somebody and oh my gosh. So everybody's going to have an opinion about whether you should move or how you should move forward with them. You have your own opinion. You have your own wand. So you're going to pick and choose who you listen to, and these are all staffs of fresh starts and new beginnings. So everybody's like, oh, you should go do it this way, or you should do it that way. But you're going to do it your way. You may listen to them, but you're going to feel a little bombarded by everybody's ideas because they know what you've already been through. These are people who love and care about you. Wow. Okay, let's take out your angel card message here from your guardian angels and spirit guides for Taurus, please. What else is it that they need to know? Okay. Get my glasses for Taurus. The healer of action. So let me read this to you. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. And you're definitely making a difference in your own life here in this reading. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace, and that's exactly how you're going to handle letting this other energy go. With grace. Male or female. And it is a difficult situation. You can just see the stress on this person's face over that offer,